Okay, today we run over to Arcade Turkey Run Golf Club and have some lunch over there. And we go through Cuba, New York to get there. And if you watch the whole video, we'll show you where we saw them wild boars. Here we are on C2A. We left the Ishaway Valley Country Club on C2F, rode that out towards Ellicottville, and then turned off onto that gas line. And this is heading us towards like Hinsdale and Cuba way. It's kind of a mix of power line and natural gas pipeline right of ways. Here we're chasing the sun kind of early in the morning. We're kind of going this way because it was too early in the morning just to go to Arcade, so this is going to burn up some gas. And this is just a gas line that's basically carved out through the woods. And they had groomed this. This is really, really nice this day we were riding it. And you get off the gas line, this is going to take you down there's a big steep hill that you really can't go up and down because it's too steep. So this is kind of logging roads around it. Here we're going down, going to be going down this steep hill here. That's pretty steep in itself. The camera really don't do it justice, but and unfortunately there's quite a bit of road riding you got to do. This ain't the best trail. It's the best they could do with what they got, but there's better places to ride. So we had to ride down the road. Now we're back onto the gas line again. And you can see the cut way, way off in the distance through the woods. We're going to pretty much run it that far. So basically where we turned off a C2F on the C2 just out of Franklinville, that would be Cattaraugus Junction number 11. And we're basically on C2 now. And here we run up against riding behind some guy here. Usually there's not much traffic out here. Cool little bridge you gotta go over. And then here's a junction. This is Cat 130. And this is still C2. If you'd go straight, that would take you into like Portville, Allegheny State Park, but it's a real crapshoot down that way. The trail is on the NYSSA map. They've been blue, so that means nobody's even reporting any sort of conditions of the trails, so there may be no trails there. I don't know. And here we're coming down off the hill. coming into Hinsdale. Got to go under the railroad tracks here. Cross Ishway Creek. Over a steel deck bridge. I hate steel deck bridges. I hate driving on the road, but steel deck bridge is just... ugh. You used to have to work the gates here. You have to open and close them as you go through here, but apparently I don't have to do that anymore. And going straight would take you to JD's Smoking Bar and Grill in Hinsdale. It's a family restaurant on one side of the place, and then they got like a smokehouse bar type thing on the back end. We've been there a couple times. It's pretty good. And now here's where this working gets hard. You basically bump from Hinsdale to Cuba through the woods like this. Around a corner, up over a bank, around a corner, down a little ravine. Over these thank you ma'ams. Kablunk. 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 Yeah. It's just like that. It really don't get much better until you get to the other side of Cuba, where you get the state lands. But hey, that's snowmobiling. We're at least riding them. And trails are pretty good here. They are grooming and stuff. They got like some Bearcats with some pull behind Frenchie type groomers. They're working hard. So here we are at the bottom of the hill, and this guy here is a groomer. You can see the groomer in his backyard. And then this is basically kind of Cuba. Now here we're crossing, and we got to go through the school zone here. You can read the side, school zone, Amish school zone here. They had a snowboard there, leaned up against the school. So at least some kids have fun. You wouldn't think the Amish kids could have a snowboard, but I guess the bishop says it's okay. You can see the bridge up ahead. That's Route 86 Expressway. We're on the north side of the 86. Here we're going through Cuba. This is on, I guess, the north end of Cuba, down by McDonald's. Dollar store, Dollar General is off to our left. And then I think we're going to come up to Allegheny Junction number 1, and then we're going to turn on to C3B. And that's going to take us out towards Black Creek and Rushford. The other direction I think takes you towards Bolivar and Wellsville, West Clarksville. I'm assuming that's just rugged. They don't get much snow down here, so there's just not much going on for volunteers and people to keep the trails up and to groom them and all the shit that needs to happen. But they do a good job with what they got. Okay, that was intersection Allegheny 24. We're still on C3B. I think that junction back there would take you like towards Angelica, I think. I have to ask the navigator for sure. We don't go that direction, so it doesn't really matter. And now we're kind of working our way. I think would be technically Black Creek. You've been bumping through some woods. And you got to go down into some rugged ass ravine here. That was kind of sketchy for being a corridor trail. Here we go, we're down in there. Pretty much the edge of the trail was off in that hole. But once you got up and out of there, now you're out onto some forest roads here in just a second. Just as soon as we pass the bulldozer. Okay, yeah, now we're out on the forest roads, where this is really nice. Now this is going to be like the Hanging Bog State land area. This is all just seasonal roads. This is a logging road through the woods. This used to be just a single track, but they've improved that quite a bit. And I think this is Federal Road. If you took a left, that would take you back to Rushford Club Trails, running unfunded trails, which would take you basically to the junction at the end of Clark Road and Rawson Road that takes you back to Franklinville. This direction is going to take you towards Rushford. And if you turn left at that junction back there too, that would also take you to the bog area of the Hanging Bog. Here's another junction. This is Allegheny 8. We're taking C3B. The other direction would take you to Belfast and Canadea. The junction at Federal Road, which is the unfunded trail, I believe that's Allegheny 23. And then basically this is Rushford School, or where it used to be. And then here's the big junction. This is going to be Allegheny 8. No, Allegheny 22. And we're going to take S31. It's the big four corners there. Left would take you back into Franklinville. Right would take you back into Rushford. And then I believe there's an intersection here. Yes. Yeah, I'm kind of messed up there. Yeah, I got this all screwed up. Yeah, that last intersection was Allegheny 22. Now we're crossing Route 243, and that wild dogs are chasing us here. They do have beware the dog signs. And then here's Cat 152. We're taking S31. The trail at Allegheny 22 was S31 also. And this is just an old seasonal road. Nobody really rides it too much, so they don't do much grooming on it. And I don't know if these guys, this is Tri-County Trail. The other trail was Cuba Driftbusters in Rushford. That was pretty good. Cuba just don't have a lot to work with. It's woods and stuff. Tri-County, I don't know if they had a groomer down or what, but they had pretty rough trails, the whole system. But you'll have that. That's snowmobiling. This is Freedom crossing Route 98. That Brave Road. And you see the guy in front, he's standing up. It's pretty rough. Bang, see that hit? Finally get around that guy. I ain't been counting sleds, but that's not many. Maybe one. Well, like 3 guys parked back in the field there. So let's say that's 5 sleds total. Okay, and then here's the turn off to go to the Turkey Run golf course place. We stop here and get some lunch. Pretty nice place, but with COVID and stuff, they were short on food, short on help, so it's a struggle for these places, and it's hard for me to be patient with them because I'm just an impatient bastard, so that doesn't work well. But I try to be good. There was quite a few machines here. Okay, we got some chicken fingers. We're gonna have a hamburger, but they didn't have any hamburger, so we had chicken fingers instead. I got to bring a couple home, so it was all cool. So anyhow, we're leaving, and we're gonna head back towards Franklinville through the kind of like the arcade trails. So here we're back on the main trail, which I believe is going to be C3. And this is going to be Cattaraugus Junction 88. And then yeah, we went by 90 also. And then this is turning on an unfunded trail up by the Freedom Raceway, which is a pretty not very heavily traveled trail. When another trail gets beat out, this is always a nice trail to take, and it basically drops you off onto S30, just up the trail from Schwab Dairy. This is the big railroad bed we always take. It runs all the way up to Silver Springs, and here's Schwab Dairy. So the other trail, if we would have stayed on that, would have took us off to, or took us down to Hooper Road here, which would be the next junction right here. And when that trail is pretty bad, it's pretty bad. It's a lot of woods riding, and they weren't doing a great job grooming. So, all right, there's 6 sleds. This is a Sunday, so all the racers are probably hung over and weren't out running. So, and then here we are, Machias Junction. Heading back into Franklinville. A couple more machines. 9, I guess. I don't know, I can't count. And here we are coming back into the country club to the trailer. We'll go in there and have a beer and burger and head for home. There's a few machines here today. Sometimes it's packed, you can't get in there, you just gotta go home. There's a big group leaving. And that's it. And as far as the location of the bores, I've located that picture on the internet looking for a picture of a running turkey to represent Turkey Run Golf Course. But then that caught my eye and thought I ought to throw that on there. Guys in the business like me call that clickbait.